Hello, moist voicers. Hello. We're back again for whatever number episode this is. I don't even know anymore. What was that?
Me turning my mic on.
No, the thing in your hand.
Oh, that was a scarf. That was my magic trick. You want to see it again?
Yeah, because I was like halfway seeing it.
Here, watch. You ready? Look. There's nothing. There you go.
I know, moist voicers. I know. I too
Did
wonder.
you all come here to see that?
I too wonder why I even asked to see that.
That's a good question, actually.
And
you should have asked.
I'm sorry that you were subjected to see it twice, and I only had to see it 1 1/4.
There are people that come here every week to see how I'm going to turn my mic on, including me when I watch it back every Monday.
At least you found a thing.
I mean, turning my mic on with my middle finger's my thing. Being ugly is yours. We roll with it.
Were you looking in the mirror when you said that?
I was looking at a selfie of you.
Nah,
you were the one where you were posing like Zangief at work.
Natalia said it looked like Bam Bam Bigelow, and you said nice Zangief looking ass.
Right? He said, "Oh shit, you right.
Yeah, fuck you." Anyway, Lil Wayne was only 15 when recording the music video for the Hardball movie. You know that movie, the one with Keanu Reeves as the Little League baseball coach. All continents start and end with the same letter. Antarctica is the only continent without reptiles or snakes. Taking a hold of China is possible if you start in Argentina. Sonic the Hedgehog isn't his full name. In fact, Sega's poster boy is actually named Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog. Ogilvy, whatever that word is. And that's the news, baby.
I feel like it'd be easier to dig a hold of China if you started in China.
No.
Just my thought.
How you going to dig a hole to somewhere when you're already there?
Dig a hole to a different part of it.
And that's not how it... No, Jason.
Haven't you ever seen that movie, The Core? You can't go to China. You end up in the hot... magma.
Okay, anyway.
Jesus, that's right.
Yeah, so I had to pull this up because I need to read this verbatim. So Chin, he's a British guy in the Legion community. Cujo brought it up, and he was like, Your Star, you need to hear about this for your fun fact portion. And I was like, okay. And he starts telling us about Space Shuttle and why it looks like a horse's ass. And I was like, what? So he sends me this article. Okay, it's long, but I'm going to read it. Okay,
go for it.
Say, friend, did you know that the U.S. standard railroad gauge distance between the rails is 4 feet, 8.5 inches? That's an exceedingly odd number. Why was that gauge used? Because that's the way they built them in England, and the U.S. railroads were built by English this text is so tiny, I can't actually. Anyway, I see why. But did the English? Oh my God, I cannot read. That's so tiny. But did the English build them like that? Because he said, why did the English build them? I should have zoomed in. Actually, I'm going to zoom in because I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm. Oh my God, that's so much better. Here we go. Why did they use that gauge in England? Because the people who built the tramways used the same jigs and tools that they use for building wagons, which use that wheel spacing. Okay, why did their wagons use that odd wheel spacing? Because if they tried to use any other spacing, the wagon wheels would break on some of the old long-distance roads because that's the spacing of the old wheel ruts. So who built the old rutted roads? The first long-distance roads in Europe were built by Imperial Rome for the benefit of their legions. The Roman roads have been used ever since. And the original ruts, which everyone else had to match for fear of destroying their wagons, were first made by the wheels of Roman war chariots. Since the chariots were made for or by Imperial Rome, they were all alike in the matter of wheel spacing. Thus, we have the answer to the original question. The United States standard railroad gauge of 4 feet, 8.5 inches derives from the original specification for an Imperial Roman army war chariot. And the motto of the story is specifications and bureaucracies live forever. So the next time you're handed a specification and wonder what horse's ass came up with this, you might be exactly right, because the Imperial Roman chariots were made to be just wide enough to accommodate the back ends of 2 war horses.
Oh my God.
So
Hilarious.
just what does this have to do with the exploration of space? Well, there's an interesting extension of the story about railroad gauge and horses behinds. When we see a space shuttle sitting on the launch pad, there are 2 big booster rockets attached to the sides of the main fuel tank. These are solid rocket boosters, or SRBs. The SRBs are made by Thiokol at a factory in Utah. The engineers who designed the SRBs might have preferred to make them a bit fatter, but the SRBs had to be shipped by the train from the factory to the launch site. The railroad from the factory runs through a tunnel in the mountains. The SRBs had to fit through that tunnel. The tunnel is slightly wider than the railroad track, and the railroad track is about as wide as 2 horses behind. So, a major design feature of what is arguably the world's most advanced transportation system was originally determined by the width of a horse's ass.
Wow. That's hilarious, actually.
When he was saying it, there was so much, and I was like, okay, I need to read this because I need to take in everything you just said to me. So he sent me that.
No, that works. So I read a story along the same lines of there was a long-standing tradition where women would make roasts in a pan, and they would get the roast and they would lop like the last 4 inches off the roast and cook it. And when asked why she did it, she said, I don't know, that's how my mother did it. And then when they asked her mother why she did it, she said, that's how my mother did it. As it turns out, you go 4 generations back, the original woman did it because that's the only way it would fit into the original pan that she had to fit in the oven. She cut the 3 inches off for it so it to fit in the actual pan to put in the oven. So she passed that down, and that's just the same. It's the same concept.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You don't care?
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Oh, you zoning out on me?
I did, and that's.
I'm sorry. Oh, you have a hard day at work.
No, I was distracted.
Distracted? What are you distracted by?
A conversation. That's my bad. I need to focus on the moist voicers, not you. But
I was gonna say, not me. Oh.
Moist voicers.
Just because I'm not the official fan favorite doesn't mean you don't have to pay me any attention. I am important.
Fun
Not
fact,
really.
off topic. And while it's still fresh in my taste buds, Jimmy Dean has a new breakfast stick, is what I'm going to call it, because it's not the corn dog, but you know the pancake sausage that they have? Okay, so they have a new one. It's French toast and cinnamon and sausage. And the cinnamon is overpowering. So, like, if you've ever had Jimmy Dean sausages, you know that their fucking sausages taste really good.
And that pancake syrup cornbread?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And what they did with this French toast one, like the cinnamon overpowered the taste of the sausage, and I love the taste of sausage. I said what I said.
Mm.
It also has like a weird aftertaste. I suggest trying it, but in my opinion, it's not something that you're gonna want again.
Fair.
I think they cracked the formula with the pancake. They need to move past the French toast.
I don't like cinnamon much in the first place, so I'm not going to go near them. I do love those syrup flavored sausage corn dogs though.
Oh, there's fucking
they're the jam,
bro.
So
I could eat them all day long. They're
Pretty much.
so good, and you get like a little cup, little mini, plastic cup. Put some syrup in it, or even on like a little plate. It's. I'm so fat talking about this, but
we know.
I'm hungry. And
oh Lord, here we go again. You've been real hungry here the last couple of podcasts. Like
I haven't been eating much.
Fair enough. I've been eating too much.
Yeah, I've been the opposite.
Well, I've been eating a lot for dinner. I haven't been eating much during the day because we're going to get into this next topic, which I don't know. Do you eat a lot when it's hot outside, or do you find yourself you just can't? You don't want to eat. You just want to drink water and whatnot.
I find that when it's really hot and my body is affected by that hot, even if I'm hungry, it's going to suck whatever energy I have in my body out of it. and
I try and process what. Yes.
Yeah. So I had to. It's a weird series of events because it ends up making me even more thirsty. So then I want to drink more water. But if I eat even if I eat less than what I normally would eat, it fills me up faster. And then drinking the excess water, it just makes my stomach hurt.
Because it ends up sloshing around.
Yeah.
And whatnot. I get it. So for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, I don't know which part of the country you folks are tuning in, but it's been real hot this past week. Absolutely, world. Wherever you are.
We have reached outside of the U.S. on multiple occasions, and on the last episode, we hit 2 other countries. So, wherever you're at in the world, Moist Voicers.
Yeah, we hope that you're staying dry because we're certainly moist. We are living up to the name because it was hot this week. And I put a personal Facebook post up. I was working in a house and the AC was cranking. But by the time I got done with the shower door that I was doing, I was still sweating so bad that I soaked through a pair of denim jeans. And I literally had to take my shirt off and swap to another shirt before I got in my van to go to the next job. In between there, I had to poop. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I work construction. I poop in porta potties. I know there's people that don't. I know you don't. If you don't, more power to you. But look, I got IBS. We talked about this last week. I got some issues. When I gotta go, I gotta go. I went in the porta potty shirtless. And when I tell you it was so hot in that porta potty that I had kind of cooled off, by the time I walked out of the porta potty, I looked like I jumped out of a swimming pool. I was so fucking wet. It was hot. It was hot. Hot, because for anybody that doesn't know, a porta-john is thin plastic. So when it's sitting in the sun, it's like an air fryer. It gets hot. It's well over 100 degrees in those porta potties at all times. I was hurting. I was hurting bad by the time I came out of that porta potty. How you feel over there?
So, 2-parter. One, whenever I think of porta potties, my brain, because it's one of my favorite movies, instantly goes to that one scene at the beginning of the movie Ready to Rumble. You know what I'm talking about? When he's like, don't do it. He's like, why would I do it? He said, don't you do it. Don't you curse Jimmy the King. He was like trying to use that to try and make him not do it. As soon as he got in the porta potty, he hooked up the thing to the back and he put it on reverse and it started spewing air into the porta potty.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, okay. So at work, so our AC, it works, but it doesn't work, and I'm gonna explain that. So it circulates air in certain parts. For what I do and where I'm at, it ain't one of those parts, because both bathrooms cranked with air, flowing. Upstairs manager's office, flowing with air.
Oh, of course.
The break room circulates fucking air.
Icebox.
Everywhere else, it does not properly circulate. And I shit you not, I've been working here for almost 8 years come October. And every summer, they've had people out trying to fix it and work on it and fix it. And it just doesn't. They even moved sensors last summer to try and pick up, to better circulate, because the control of it all comes from California. And they have their system for it is all in California and it controls all everywhere. So they're in control. So
that's half the problem there.
They moved, but that's new-ish.
Right.
It wasn't not new, but it wasn't always like that. But even even before, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't properly circulate. So the warehouse is fucking hot, and even the floor is fucking hot. We've had people say, "How do you guys work in this?" And we're like, "Well, we have no choice." But it's, to be honest with you, name one warehouse that has properly circulating air.
No, you won't. No,
not a lot. Not a lot exist.
They don't care about you warehouse workers.
But so while I'm inside and I'm not outside, it feels like it's fucking outside and it's been hot. And Shrek and I were going back and forth all week arguing about fucking whose swamp it was in my pants. Because I'd just be standing there looking for something, just not even moving.
Right.
Just profusely sweating for no reason. And like,
That's the word.
because that's just how hot it has been outside, and it's reflecting our warehouse. Like
Yes.
the air, to be honest with you, has been circulating more the last week than like I anticipated it to, or more than it even has in the past. But it's just
Still
been
unbearable.
so fucking hot that it's just not enough.
Yeah. It's I was at the point Friday, what we were talking about pre-podcast, that I sweat through one shirt, I swapped to another shirt, I went to the next job, I did that job, I sweat through that shirt, I ended up swapping back into the first shirt because I hung it up in the back of my van and it was almost dry by the time I was done with the second job. So I swapped back into my first, like, kind of dry shirt, and then I went home from there. So I'm at the point now where I'm going to start carrying 2 extra work shirts in my van with me at all times, short sleeve ones at all times, just so that I do customer calls and service calls. I can't show up to their house smelling like a homeless person. Like, it's and
Yeah,
make no mistake, I shower and I put deodorant on, but it only works so far. You sweat for 4 hours straight. There's some smell going on. There's just nothing you can do about it.
Speaking of that, so I learned a long time ago. So I use lady deodorant. That shit lasts. Like the shit that they make for men, like the Axe and the Old Spice. Like, yeah, it smells good, but that shit don't stay. Like, not even a little bit.
Some does, some doesn't. I use Degree.
If you're sweating, that shit don't stay. It goes away.
Right.
But I use like the Suave, the 24-hour protection, or the Degree. Like, that works too. But like,
the Degree works. That's what I use.
I found I use the Suave 24-hour protection and like the white one.
But let's tell the truth. The way it's been hot these past couple of days, ain't nothing doing it. Nah, you just, like you said, major swamp ass. You're walking around like just readjusting. Just it's just bad.
Now,
it's been bad.
You probably don't, because I mean, based on looking at you, you probably don't shave too much of your body, right?
No.
Okay, so me, I do.
Not trim.
I take my trimmer. I trim my armpits.
Oh no.
I trim all the hair on my chest, my stomach. Because I sweat. I sweat in the wintertime. I sweat. So like I cut for a couple of reasons I do it. One, it cuts down a lot of the moisture that I produce, but also
I look sexy for the ladies.
Okay, that's part 2. But part 3 is it's convenient because it takes me less time to dry off when I get out of the shower.
Oh, true. That's true. You want a nice little callback? Does it make you aerodynamic when you fight?
You could. Scientifically, like, I could have the upper hand.
That's a line from Ready to Rumble. Why'd you shave? Makes me aerodynamic when I fight.
All right. So I need to say this real quick while it's on my mind, because I had just looked up the numbers. I just had to be clear. I had to remember.
Good.
So for anyone, if you listen to hip hop music, you know DaBaby. I've never really been much of a fan of him. No. I think all of his music sounds the same. You could play me 10 songs that he's made, and I promise you, my brain is gonna think they're all same song. Like his flow, just everything. It's the same.
I feel like you could also give me like 10 different rappers' names currently, and I could believe that any one of them made it as well.
I wouldn't say that. But anyway, so there was a meme one time where someone had said that you could put any of his songs up with like the theme song for Scooby-Doo, and it would sound the same. And I was like, yeah, it's true. That's just how his music. So, not to talk shit about him, but he's just he not a big fan. But anyway, he was down bad recently, numbers wise. To be like a rapper who was like at a high level,
yes.
His most recent album in the first week had like 16,000, and that's
wild
for me. 16,000 would be a fucking lot, but for someone like him, that is next to fucking nothing. Yeah. And he was down bad, but his career was saved, and this is why I'm going to state that free publicity can save a career, is because it's true. So them companies coming for all the people playing music on Twitch, for the DMCA strikes and stuff, and YouTube. You might want to rethink this, because his career literally was saved by a TikToker who would play his music in the background when he was doing his videos. And if I remember correctly, his videos were like him power washing shit or something, or washing cars or something like that. But he would play the baby's music. And so with that, people started listening to his music more again. And like his numbers went up a lot. So he was saved by some TikToker from Atlanta. And I just think that's funny.
And I also just thought about something. That is like the prime example of support your homies. Now, obviously, this guy probably didn't know him, but this is the perfect example. Like, if you've got a friend that's trying to do something like what we're trying to do, we're doing a podcast. Obviously, we're not well known. We don't get that many views, but we take mass efforts to let people know, hey, tell people to watch us. We get it out there. We advertise ourselves. Every chance we get, we like say, hey, Moist Voice Podcast, go watch, give it a listen, tell people about it. Like, publicity matters.
Mm-hmm. It matters. Another part I want to talk about based on what you just said is it was said to me a few weeks back. Someone had asked me, it's like, do you listen to other podcasts? Like, you should, this people do this and it works for them. And they're like, this is what I like from them. This is the reason why I listen to them. Basically just trying to give me like pointers on what other people are doing and what works. And so like I had to politely respond to that by saying I don't want to do what other people are doing.
Right.
I don't want to listen to other podcasts and learn from what they're doing, because I don't want to do what they're doing. I have no idea what I'm doing with any of this. We just show up and do it, but we do it how we want to and have a good time doing it. And to me, even if we never grow past what we're at, I don't give a fuck, because this is, I don't want to do what I don't want to do. I've never been one of those people. I don't want to do what I don't want to do.
Right.
I want to do it how I want.
We have a lot of fun with what we do.
Yeah, for real. And so that was,
you can do it your way. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like, if it doesn't grow, like we don't get exposure, whatever. We got people that show up and support us, and that's cool. Appreciate you. Absolutely appreciate you. Yeah. And if you're the only support we ever get, I ain't mad at it.
Nah. Thank you for being here. Flat out.
I just want to say that, it's like that.
So let me ask you this, just quite, so do you not that you want to learn from anything? I don't care. I don't learn things from podcasts either, but do you actually listen to any or no?
No,
not at all. Okay. So I listen to them because I have my headphones in all day at work. I'm listening to Pandora, Spotify, things like that. I do listen to other podcasts, but the way you worded it, I like the way you worded it. I don't listen to them and like, oh, I should call Matt and tell him he should do things this way. No, I'm just listening to them because I'm interested in things that they talk about. It's got nothing to do with trying to, I don't want to use the word rip off their format, but it's just, I enjoy listening to things because I'm curious about the topics they talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with the way we do things. I think we do a good job based on where we're at and what we're working with. So I mean, all the haters can kick rocks, honestly.
Well, she wasn't a hater. She was just trying to give me insight, and I appreciated it, but I also had to let her know it's like it's not what I want to do.
Right.
But with that, I also want to state that I don't believe in ghosts.
Did you figure this out finally?
No, I don't know why I randomly put it in the topic ideas, other than the fact that it's true. I don't remember. Something was happening, some sort of conversation, and I was like, I'm just going to put this in there and we can talk about it. But I don't believe in ghosts. I never have, and I never will. I've had plenty of arguments with people throughout life that they really believe in ghosts, and for some reason, the ghost believers of the world, they get real religious with it. And by that, I mean, they try to shove it down your throat on why they believe that ghosts are real, and they're appalled that you believe that they don't exist.
Okay, you're picking the weirdos out.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just making a statement.
Because I believe in ghosts, but I'm definitely not going to shove it down your throat.
So Cujo has a joke on why ghosts don't exist, and I don't want to say it because it's one of those real up in the air kind of jokes, and I don't know how well it would be perceived. So I'm not gonna. But next time you talk to Cujo, ask him about it. He'll tell you.
Okay. I'll stop.
It's funny, but also it could be real controversial. So we're just not going to say it. But it's
up in the air joke.
You'll know when he tells you.
Okay. You want to hear a good up in the air joke?
Yes.
It's appropriate.
Okay, I'll take you at your word.
So now you can't do it during basketball. Now whenever you yell Kobe, it's got to be when you're boarding an airplane.
Don't do that.
What, man?
Moist Voicers. Don't
quality work.
No, don't do that, Moist Voicers. Don't because that's how you end up on a list.
I'm probably already on a list.
No, that's a list you don't want to be on. Don't make that joke at the airport.
No, I'm not saying make.
No, don't do that.
I just say make that joke at the airport. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
No, don't do that at the airport. You will end up on a no-fly.
Yeah.
TSA's pulling you to the side.
Yeah.
You're gonna strip search with a pair of gloves.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like that.
You don't make those. So there was a point where we were in Discord, and I don't remember who it was or what the topic that led to this was, but someone had stated something about bombing someone.
Oh my God!
It was in the video game, but like they were talking about bombing someone, and so like I had to. I mean, I couldn't stop myself. I tried, but I had to say it. I was like, you probably shouldn't say out loud talking about bombing someone, even if it's in video game, because it was also on 9/11, like the date when they did this. And I was like, I don't think you should say those series of words on today. Like, you should not do that. And then I had to be like, listen, NSA, FBI, whoever, whatever handlers listening to this conversation, she was joking, okay? She was talking about video game. Like, I had to say it out loud. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. I was like, listen, I swear to God, she was joking. She was talking about video game, okay? Don't take it serious. Move on to the next conversation.
What you should have said was, I in no part endorse this, and I have nothing to do with it. Do what y'all gonna do. Oh, yeah, I don't
want to leave her hanging out to dry.
When it comes to things like that, sometimes you just got to take a step back and go, hey, that's not me.
Well, so technically, she wouldn't have gotten in trouble if that actually were the case, because she was talking about a video game, and that was pretty clear. But I still had just to be the funny guy, I had to say that.
There are those stories though where somebody like gets that random phone call, you get a guy knocking on your door, and you're like, who are you? Like, excuse me, sir, on this such and such date, did you say such and such? You're like, man, who the fuck is you?
Are you my handler?
Right. Like, I don't recall. Those things are saying things on social media or on platforms like this. It's sketchy. You do got to kind of watch your tongue, because you know they're listening. You know they are. For anybody that doesn't think that they're like listening and all your shit's getting recorded, you're a fool. Like,
yeah,
better.
It happens. I mean,
it does.
I mean, shit. Social media and all those sites, they sell our personal information
all day long.
Like, why do you think it is that if you're talking out loud about something, like say you need a product, or you want to go on a vacation somewhere, or you want to see whatever movie or whatever it is, you just talk about it out loud, and there are phones within range. Why do you think you start seeing advertisements for the same shit? Like, it's not a coincidence. Like, it's if you think that they're not listening to us and only social media is, you are far gone. Okay.
Correct.
Everybody is being listened to by someone somewhere at any given time. So, like, while I did make the joke, I did it as a joking thing, like, whoa, she was talking about a video game.
It's like 10%.
Yeah, there was a part of me that like felt I did need to say out loud that she was talking about a video game.
Right. All right, we'll move past this, because I know we're all big conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
We're looking at rabbit holes, boy. All right, so let's move into something. So I'm gonna get into my family flex of the week that you always make fun of me for. My family, we have officially booked another camping trip. We are going camping again.
You ain't have to say it. You ain't have to say it, bro. I'm jealous.
I swear to God, I'm gonna take you with me one of these times. I swear I am. That's
you
not
heard
bullshit.
it. You heard them, Moist Voicers.
Oh, you can stamp it. I'll take you with me. We're going to Gettysburg this time. We're going to a KOA, which is Campgrounds of America.
Oh, so I am. Wait, couple things.
Go ahead.
When you said KOA, my brain instantly thought you were saying Kill on Arrival. But campground. Doesn't even start with a K.
Well, if you look it up, it's campgroundsofamerica.com.
Oh, I am this. I feel like it's last week all over again.
No, it's
with
not.
with Knobles and I know
At least you said it right that time.
I know that campground doesn't start with a K.
Neither does you know what? I'm not going to say what I was going to say next. With the pointy hats and a certain color,
you could have just move past it.
Right, move it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyway, it does start with a K.
Wait, why did I just do that? Why did I just do that hand reference right there?
We do not endorse that in any way.
That was me using my hand to tell you to move past it, and then I instantly was like, that was dumb.
Right. Anyway, it does start with a K. It's called Campgrounds of America. They're nationwide. They have sites across the country. You can book stays with them if you want to do like a cross country trip. You can set up like a little itinerary where you stop at this one, and then you go to this one, and then you go to this one. You can work your way across the country and whatnot. So we're going to the one in Gettysburg. It's pretty cheap. We're doing a little weekend thing. It's good. What's up?
So are these like truck stops for campground enjoyers?
Yes, that's a good way to put it. It's for people who, like the people on YouTube that you see that live in their campers.
Yeah,
they travel. It's for people like them.
So it's truck stops for camper enjoyers.
Yeah, but the way you say it, you make it sound like there's lot lizards there.
No. I would hope that they're a little more classy than your average truck stop.
So some of them are, some of them aren't. So we looked at a couple. There's one about a half hour south in Harper's Ferry that has like horrible 1-star reviews.
It's Harper's Ferry.
I mean, we're trying to move there. So.
Why?
Because it's nice. It's out of the way. It's West Virginia. It's open Constitution carry.
You said some things that were accurate.
Are you saying this? All right. Look, anyway, the one in Harper's Ferry got bad reviews. Said the people that worked there were horrible. They're disrespectful. They're rude. But the one in Gettysburg got like 5-star reviews. So we're going there.
Well, it's Gettysburg. That's and it's naturally like a tourist attraction, so they have to be on the P's and Q's.
Exactly. So we're going there. We're leaving. I'm getting off early on a Friday. We're driving up. It's only like an hour from the house. We're driving there. We're staying there Friday night, Saturday night. We're leaving Sunday to come home. It's awesome just to be able to do these like little quick hitters just on different campgrounds. So we've booked it. We're not taking Alfred with us this time. So her father is going to stay at our house and watch Alfred because, as I mentioned last week, Alfred is not a camping dog. What, are you upset that I didn't ask you to come to my...
I'm upset that you didn't ask me to babysit Alfred.
How are you going to get to work?
What do you know? He can come stay at my house.
No, he's not coming to stay at your house. You have another dog he's never met, and
that dog she stays upstairs. She never comes downstairs.
That may do.
And when I need to take him outside, I can go through the basement door. Well, I could make it work, bro.
I know you can make it work, but maybe. You know what? Maybe I'll think about it. But for this one, it's in.
I got a big enough bed. We can spoon.
He absolutely will sleep with you. There's no doubt about that.
Well,
it's not spooning though. He's going to lay in the bed and then he will kick you all night long.
So how my room goes? I have bed, stream area. That's about all I got. That's about all I got.
You've got Corbin Dallas's fucking apartment from what is that? Fifth Element. The showers is.
I have everything that I need. I got a toaster oven in the closet. I got a Keurig right behind me. I got a TV on a little coffee table that.
Hey, look, man, listen. I've lived in many basements, man. I get the whole tiny living thing. Everything's
make
gotta
it
be
work.
Compact.
Make it work.
Anyway, so we're going camping. We're pumped for it, and we're starting to look at like going further out, like maybe doing like a day or two and going like to West Virginia or going to there's a new one opening up in West Virginia or going like North Carolina, South Carolina. Is there one near you?
No, there's a mini fridge behind me. I forgot to state that. My bad. Go ahead.
You can see mine. Huh?
Yeah, you can't see mine. I was like, I forgot. That's the most important. I got everything I need in here.
Right? Yeah, except for that door that looks really shitty. You know, the one with the eagle sticker on it. What? You gonna say something? Yeah, I know you beat us in the NFC.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's crazy how you like brought something up and all of a sudden you don't want to talk about it anymore. That's
you know what I can talk about?
Crazy.
Here's a little sports. You know, we don't do sports anymore since our other co-host hasn't joined us in a while.
Well, also the season's over, so.
Well, the season's about to start again.
Yeah.
I'm going to the December game in Philly against San Francisco. Me, Rachel, my aunt, my cousin, and my other cousin, his wife, we're all going to Philly. Bro, are you gonna?
You ain't asked me.
No, I didn't ask you. This is a family trip. It's a family thing. Look,
I thought you were my dad.
I might be your daddy. I'm not your dad. There's a difference.
Listen, that's private. You ain't have to tell the moist voicers that.
That's why half of them are probably a little moister at this point. But anyway, no, we are going to the game. I'm super pumped for that. It was expensive though. The tickets were $400 a piece. They were expensive. Yes, per ticket.
Why?
Because
you sitting on the 50-yard line?
No, we're not even close.
No, don't tell me you paid $400 for nosebleeds.
No, they're not nosebleeds. They're in like the corner slot, like closer to the end zone. But they were. Here's the thing. So they are the top two teams in the NFC. It's the NFC rematch from last year, like one of the most anticipated games that just went wrong because Brock Purdy got hurt. This game is going to be very, very good. I'm hoping it'll be very good. Let's just put it that way.
How many rows up?
I'm not gonna postpone the podcast and.
No, I want to hear. I want to know. Because I just want to say something. So when I lived in Oregon, my sister's husband at the time, we were both off work. My sister was at work, and we were just chilling. And he comes in my room. He goes, "Hey, you want to go to a Ducks game?" And I was like, yeah, sure." He got 2 tickets. They were season pass holder tickets, and whoever owned them, they couldn't go, so they were selling them. He got them both for like $80, and they were corner end zone, like 3 rows up. They were. I could spit on the refs.
Right, we're near that. We're close to that.
But
where the hell?
So that was the most annoying part about that was we had to go to Eugene, which was probably like a 2-hour drive. But you don't get to pull up to the stadium. You have to park they have designated zones, like parking lots, and you park and they shuttle you in. And that was
right.
That was annoying because on the way out it was confusing. We ended up on the wrong bus because people lied to us that work for the system. And like before we took off, someone had told us. They were like, "No, this is the wrong bus." I was like, "Oh fuck!" We had to get off and find the right bus.
So we're in row 14.
Oh, so further up.
No, not further. That's not further.
Farther away from what I was.
No, it is further away from where you was. But
that was the whole point of this. I just wanted to flex.
That's fine. That's fine. But you're
also
not going.
NFL game, college. But funny enough, Mariota, that was his senior year.
Oh, nice.
That was outside of the championship game that they lost. That was the only game that they lost that season.
Wow, yeah, but that's got to be awesome to be able to go see him because he was awesome in college.
Oh, it was so enjoyable. Oh, they because they don't have college team, they don't have a pro team. So like a lot of them are Seahawks fans.
Right. Oh,
so like they love their Oregon Ducks, bro.
Yeah, I love their outfits. I love that chrome ass helmet they have. That helmet's fucking dope.
Well, you know why they get cool outfits, right? Cool uniforms.
I don't.
The owner of Nike, he was a Duck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's why they get the best fucking uniforms. He gives them to them.
Which is also why, everyone in Maryland gets cool Under Armour shit.
Yeah.
Because it's in Maryland. All right, we'll move on from that. Just a little bit of sports talk. You want to move into a little gaming?
No. First, I want to do Let's Talk About It because.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so let Moist Voicers talk about this. Dependent on your actions, even if you feel you might be doing everything correct by your moral compass, you can still be the villain in someone else's story.
Always.
I just know that. So no matter how you need to end things with someone, no matter what you do, they'll find a way for you to be the villain. It's just how it goes. So move on the best way you can, and that's all you can do. Because if you try to please them, like say you have a relationship, friendship, whatever that's ending, and it's it's ending, go out on your terms. Because if you try to please them in the end, as you split ways, depending on the person, which is a high probability they'll do it, you'll still end up the villain somehow, some way. So leave on your own terms. Part 2 is once upon a time, there was this girl, and I'm still confused by it. And it was the reason for this topic was because I was reminded of it. She left me on red. We were working things out, and we were actually like both on the same page. We were gonna get real serious, go to the next level. And she left. Like the conversations towards this point, up until this point, started getting real stale. And I was losing my fucking mind because I didn't know what to do. She was just like, her responses were next to nothing. I was probably already on my way out at this point. So when she left me on red, I was like, all right, I'm just going to wait till she texts me back. 2 days went by. I didn't hear from her. And I was annoyed and also a little petty because like I could have just texted her, but it was at that point where she wasn't offering anything conversational wise, and I was wasting my time conversational wise. So I was like, I felt deep within me that she needed to make the next move, and she didn't. So I messaged her, and I was like, "Are you even serious about this? Do you even want to do this?" And her response, "You haven't talked to me in 2 days." What? I said, what do you mean? You left me on red 2 days ago. Her response, why do women always have to be the first one to text? I don't get it. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You stopped texting me. I initiated this conversation. You didn't do shit. What do you mean? I'm still pissed off about it because like it just, I don't know. I don't understand. And nothing that I can even remotely come up with will make me understand it. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I'm still in. There's no way a sane human could like allow their thoughts to compile those sorts of words and then spew them out thinking that made sense. There's no way. Mm-hmm. Don't you fucking laugh?
I'm laughing because I'm reminded of a joke that a comedian made a long time ago where as soon as a man and a woman are arguing, when the man starts to win the relationship, she says something and he pushes the panic button. Yeah, that's why your mother's a bitch. And then she starts crying and they're like, oh, God damn it. And it's your fault. I can't remember who did that. But
I feel like that's Bill Burr.
It's either Bill. I want to say it was actually Dane Cook a long time ago, but
I could be Dane Cook too. Yeah.
I'm reminded of that where it's like, you know, the woman says something and then like you say something about her mom or something stupid and then she starts crying and all of a sudden, no matter what she did, it's now your fault and you've lost. You're like, God damn it, I was so close to winning and now I fucked up. So it's like, that's what that reminds me of. It's like, why does the girl always have to be, oh, wait, what? That's like victim. I want to call it victim mentality, but not quite, but it's like, it's on that line.
It was some narcissistic ass shit.
Yeah, it was riding the line. Yeah.
A little sociopath happening, a lot like a concoction of you need to seek legal help.
Well, don't we all?
Some more so than others. That's what I get from that. I'm like, there's no way. That is not a sane brain doing something like that.
No, that's the manipulative brain just coming around to the front going, I wonder how I can spin this to where it's not my fault.
Yeah.
And that's sadly enough, though, it happens more often than not in certain situations.
I am a fucking magnet for it. I don't get I'm a magnet.
You're a good person. That's why. Good people attract crazy people sometimes.
Sometimes, I'm batting 1,000.
Fucking out the park. Fucking slugging percentages off the charts, boy.
Call me fucking Barry Bonds on roids, bro. Jose Canseco, I'm
fucking home run king in it.
fucking Mark McGuire in this bitch.
Jesus. Right. Anything else you want to add on to the tail end of that?
No, but I do just want to repeat this, is that dependent on your actions, even if you feel you might be doing everything correct by your moral compass, you can still be the villain in someone else's story. So go out on your own terms.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's 100%. Everyone is the villain in someone's story, no matter what you did.
With that, did you have anything else, or do you want to get into the Mount Rushmore?
Now we get into Mount Rushmore. I'm excited for this one.
Okay, Mount Rushmore. All right, here we go. And I'm glad Jason was on the same page. It's almost as if we have one brain sometimes, and we share two cells. Because when I
other times it's not that easy.
Yeah, it's true. So when I put the Mount Rushmore on there, it said zombie apocalypse weapons. And when I called him earlier, we were talking about it. I was like, "Do you want to do like IRL real life scenario if this were to happen weapons, or do you want to pretend that we're living in a video game?" And he goes, "What, like Dead Rising?" Blew my mind, because I was like, as soon as I even thought to remotely think about a video game, I thought Dead Rising. It was the only thing that came to mind, because that was the best fucking zombie game ever made.
I agree.
Dead Rising 2 was my favorite. So
that's the exact one I thought about.
So yes. So our Mount Rushmore is going to be, we're going to pretend we're living in a video game and zombie apocalypse weapons. Do you want to go first?
I can if you want me to. I'll go first. All right. So the first one, you said it, Dead Rising 2. The kayak paddle with the fucking chainsaws on the end was like my favorite weapon, especially when he used it, because you can literally just swim through hordes of zombies with 2 working chainsaws and theoretically never cut your own leg or arm off, but we know that's
a video game.
It's a video game, right? So my second one, you're going to laugh your ass off with this one. I will take the sweet business with the Titan Actium War Rig for unlimited ammo. That is my apocalypse weapon.
What is that?
The Gatling gun from Destiny 2.
Okay,
that never runs out of ammo.
I thought that's what you were. Okay.
Yeah, just literally just mowing them down. My third one is, you've never seen the Mad Max movies, so I'll forgive you if this doesn't quite hit home with you, but one of the war rigs, which is the semi-truck with the tanker that's been outfitted to just like fuck
No, it can't
shit
be
up.
Vehicles.
Can't be vehicles?
No.
It's
just weapons.
Just weapons? Okay. All right.
Actually, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. We could do weaponized vehicles. That's fine. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
All right. So my last one is I want one of those like superhero video game like nano force fields. Just a bubble around my ass that just pushes shit out the way as you walk.
Oh, like in modded Ark, so shit can't come inside. Yeah,
I can't. I don't even have to deal. I'm just walking and just shit's just bouncing.
It just goes with you, like you have a beacon.
Yeah, just a bubble.
That seems like really unfair, because then like nothing could. You win the game instantly.
But I mean, hey, video. That's my reality. I don't even want to hurt the zombies. I just want to walk through them and just give them shit-eating looks like, fuck you, bitch. What are you gonna do?
That's good.
Like, yeah. You trying to? You can't do it. What are you gonna do? Nothing. I don't even want to hurt them. I just want them to literally just like form around my. I'm like John Wick in a bubble. Just walking through crowds of zombies.
Okay.
That's what you got.
So I want a backpack, but not just the ordinary backpack, like steel plated on the back, so it fits perfectly to my back for stability. And nice. Attached to it is a shotgun with a drum mag for like 200 fucking rounds. Only slugs in this shotgun. Okay.
Oof.
And at the top of it is a laser mounted sight with a targeting camera, and on the back, on the steel plate on the back mounted to it is the wiring and everything. And on top of the, where the backpack is, there's like a little plate, and attached to it is a solar battery. and panel just big enough to fit there and just big enough to power it. So it could power the targeting system. So as I'm walking, anything that tries to sneak up onto me, boom, slug to the fucking dome.
Predator type shit.
Yeah,
fucking laser mounted, like,
exactly.
oh, yeah,
but on my
nice.
back, so I always got my six covered. Always got my six covered.
I like that. That's nice.
I fucking want one of those IRL, bro.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Quick aside. I don't mean to interrupt you. You know what I wanted, like weapon wise, forever? Did you ever watch the Underworld movies?
Yeah. Back in the day, it's been a while.
It's fine. Do you remember in the very first one, he had that giant blade that shot out of his fucking arm?
Vaguely.
I've wanted one of those for fucking ever. Sorry. Go ahead. I just fucking.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Right,
so if we're doing weaponized vehicles, I want a bus, but like a school bus. You know what I mean? Like you ever Day of the Dead was the movie?
Yes. They weaponized the one. It was like the RV or whatever. Yeah.
Is that the one where they were in the mall? Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I want something like that. It's got the fucking big ass cows. What the fuck is this? What are those things called?
Are you talking about the bull pusher?
Yeah. There's a word for him. It's like cow something. Cow.
Is it cow pusher?
Cow. Not cowbell, but the word has something to do with like cow something. I don't know, but
right.
I'm big fucking one of those. But in it's just a bunch of pointy ass like steel beams pointing out. So anything that fucking it hits, it sticks. You know, it just you know, one of those. But like with a big fucking plasma TV inside of it, so we can play Call of Duty.
Oh my god.
And you ever watched you remember the old like Paul Wall and Mike Jones videos from back in the day, how Texas was with their cars? They had the rims.
Oh, the swingers.
I want those that I could retract in and out, but like they're fucking wide and they have the sharpest fucking blades. You know, I want that as my war vehicle.
North, he'd be swanging, tipping fofos down the lane.
I'd be tipping some motherfucking fofos. Goddamn right.
The zombie stuck to the front going.
So another thing, pretty fucking simple. I want a 357 Magnum, but with incendiary rounds.
Oh, dragon's breath.
But I want unlimited ammo. Like I never want to run out of it.
Right.
Because I want to light up the fucking sky. And by sky, I mean all of the zombies' brains.
The magical 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Never reload.
Yeah.
You know what you want? You want that 90s action movie revolver that had like 93 shots, but it was a 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you want.
But with incendiary rounds, it just light them the fuck up.
Yes,
and my fourth, I would want the giant fucking dildo from Saints Row that you could use. If I remember correctly, you had to put in like a code or something to get it. I don't think it came in the base game, but I want that. But I want fucking barbed wire wrapped around it. But the barbed wire is a Rashikage steel, which from G.I. Joe, Rashikage steel never breaks.
Never breaks, never bends, never dulls.
I want that giant fucking dildo just wailing on them.
Oh god, you'd have to wear a Negan mask.
A Negan?
When you swung that?
No, I would not do that.
The baseball bat.
I hate Walking Dead, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
that's what I would want for my apocalypse weapons.
So I just want to throw this out there, and this is something. Did you ever watch MythBusters?
Sometimes.
But you know who they are, Adam and Jamie, two really smart guys. So he actually came up with what he said would be the most efficient and perfect apocalypse weapon based on watching movies. He said it was literally a pipe with a spring-loaded spike that you could just hit the switch and just right into his eye. Boop, headshot. Boop, headshot. He said it's efficient.
So a spear gun?
Yeah, but a retractable one. But he said, think about how efficient it would be. You just hold it up to the zombie. Boop. Just boop. Right and say he's done. Pull it out. Boop.
See, that takes the fun out of it. I want a giant dildo with a Rashikage steel barbed wire, you know?
And I want.
I don't want a makeshift fucking spear gat.
And I want a Gatling gun that weighs like 300 pounds with unlimited ammo that I can just.
You know, we're vibing. Hey, so real quick, well, because I don't want to. It's getting a little late. You got to go to bed. So Well,
live.
couple more things before we wrap up. I want to state because Cujo and Nop and I, we had a conversation the other day, and Cujo and I are in agreement on this, and I think everyone needs to hear it, especially one specific person that I know is going to listen to this. While there are certain reasons why it's a good idea, there's a lot of reasons why it's not. Sleeping naked is a no-no. Okay, so hear me out, right? It's
I
really
agree.
good for ease of access with two partners. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking great for that. But before you go to bed, put some clothes on. Couple reasons, okay? Your house catches on fire
Yes.
and you have to run outside.
Yes.
You don't have time to put clothes on. So me, like, if I the lowest I'll go is I'll strip down to my boxers and go to sleep. That used to be me for a while, but I would still keep like shorts and my shoes and a shirt next to me. But now, like,
Right.
I'll take my shirt off a lot, but I still sleep with shorts on now. Like, that's just where I'm at in life. But like a shirt was always within close proximity. I could grab it on the way out.
Right.
Especially if it's like middle of winter time. You don't want to be stuck outside. Naked, cold as
You
fuck.
can warm yourself up on the house.
Nipples hard as shit. Yeah, true. But it's also the same thing as
so
like
toxic.
it's like if you're leaving, to get in your car and you go out, wear shoes. Like if it's cold outside, bring a jacket just in case. Because like if you get into a car accident and you have to sit on the side of the road, well, you're fucked. You better fucking hope you have pants on. Just prepare yourselves better.
That prepare is the right word. That's a prepper thing. You're supposed to keep like one of those foil blankets in your trunk.
Yeah, okay,
Like
let's not go that far. Sleeping naked is a no-no. Now, being in the bed naked is one thing, you know what I'm saying? But when you go to bed, go night-night, put some clothes on. I ain't saying, ladies, I ain't saying you got to put a bra on. Put a t-shirt on. If you're wearing not your homeboy, you're wearing your dude. Oh my God, I can't words right now. I keep thinking about titties.
You talking about I'm the one that's got to go to bed. You the one over there.
Nah,
your math ain't math and your English ain't
because
right.
I started thinking about it and I got distracted because my mind started thinking about titties. Ladies, if you're wearing your man's shirt and it's probably a lot bigger than you, at least put some panties on, because you never know. You never know what could happen. If you got to run out of your house in a fucking
right.
You don't want to be left outside with nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Guys, if you're going to be in a hoodie, at least have some boxers on.
Yeah, guys,
guys,
at minimum, wear some boxers. Also, probably a shirt. To be honest with you, socks, you don't need socks.
I hate sleeping in socks.
Sleeping in socks does suck. But like keep a pair of shoes next to your bed or something. Like even some slides. But most importantly, fucking wear underwear to bed. Everyone. Not because it's a bad thing to be naked. It's just if something catastrophic happens, you don't want to be caught with your literal pants on the ground.
Yeah. So the only time that I sleep naked is if it's 11:30 and I jump in the shower right before I go to bed. I'll get out, just jump in bed naked, and then that's the only time I'll do it. Other than that, I wear boxers in bed. I'm also very careful because I have kids in my house.
Oh yeah, so that's another reason.
That's another reason. It is a no-no because you don't want to be middle of the night, wake up, you got to take a piss, and you realize your daughter's awake on the chase.
Yeah,
it's just, tablet.
There's a lot of really good reasons to state to.
There are.
Without going into detail, I think you get the gist, Moist Voicers.
Yeah.
Don't sleep naked. At least put some underwear on.
I wish we had more time. I'd reference that 70s show episode. Where he runs out in the hallway covered in the sheet and Red's like, "Are you sleeping naked?"
Yeah. But with that, let's get into the Urban Dictionary words of the week.
Yep, I got a couple funny ones. I took your advice and instead of just pulling up the front page, I went and found a couple that are pretty funny.
Oh, you just hit the refresh button thing?
I had to refresh.
Yeah, see, I thought that's I see for the longest time I thought he was there was an actual words of the week section. No, he was just pulling from a list that they had there. And I was like, well, if you're going to do that, because then we wouldn't have the stale weeks where all of them suck. You could just pick good ones, just keep it in refresh.
So the first one, you're going to love this one because you deal with this all the time. It's called doofuscitis. And it's a persistent, apparent brain disorder affecting rational, functional, logical thoughts, typically during support calls or interactions. key symptoms are repeated samples accompanied by stubbornness, short-sightedness, and selfishness. So basically, remember when you said you got stuck ringing people up a couple times? You've encountered doofusitis. Where like, I just don't understand why you can't do this. The second one is crotch goblin. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's a nickname for kids.
Yeah.
Crotch goblin. It's you use this word when you're usually talking about somebody else's kids in a bad way.
Yeah. You're not. It doesn't get used for the good kids.
No, but I do use it for my kids.
Yeah, that's Bebe's kids.
Yeah. The next one is enshittification. Don't choke. Enshittification is rendering something that was previously okay or maybe even positive into a steaming pile of shit. So basically, when something's going good and you just walk in and you just turn it to shit. Like, you know, every morning or every week when he goes, hello, moist voicers, and then I start talking. That's a perfect example of enshittification.
Yeah, you just say some shit.
The next one is Swiftonomics. This is the effect that Taylor Swift has on ticket prices and the economies of businesses in the cities and the cities in general as well. Yeah. If anybody needs reference for this, the ticket prices for a Taylor Swift concert are fucking dumb. There are people taking second mortgages out on their houses to get tickets for this shit.
So dumb.
Dumb. And the last one is tit fart. So a tit fart is when a female with a particularly sweaty set of tits pushes herself up against someone else to give them a hug, and you get that armpit fart sound. You get see now you understand.
Yeah, so I was the whole time reading this. That was the one that stood out. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, and now you know what it means because it's happened. I said it to Rachel, and she was like, "Oh, absolutely, it happens."
You're saying it happened because it happened to me, or it happened? Someone did it to me.
Don't act like you ain't never motorboated something and made a little fart noise in them titties. I see them.
I got some muscles under. They're hidden. They're like they're like a gazelle. They're
like the ghost you don't believe in.
You just gave me a compliment.
No, I said your muscles are like the ghost you don't believe in. There's no muscles under there. Never mind. We'll move on. The last thing
you gave me a compliment.
Okay, well then take.
You know how I know that you gave me a compliment?
How's that?
Because you don't believe in ghosts either. Therefore, you didn't believe what you just fucking said. So therefore, it's the opposite of what you said. Therefore, I got muscles.
I said I do believe in ghosts.
I thought you said you didn't.
No, I said I do. I just don't shove it down people's throat.
Like, you still didn't believe your statement. Therefore, I win.
All right, fair enough. And then the last thing is we usually do a 90s sitcom sex act. I have to admit they're getting harder to find. So I'm just looking up,
there's no way there's a lot to go around.
So this week, we're just going to go with 90s sitcom Urban Dictionary stuff because I did find a bunch that are funny.
That's probably good, yeah.
Yeah, this week's is called the AC Slater. So the AC Slater is when you basically sit backwards on the toilet to take a shit.
That's what you were talking to Rachel about? Yeah. I heard it when I got here. I heard it in the background. You were far away, but I heard. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Who's sitting backwards to take a shit?" I thought it was Fritz.
No, it's AC Slater. So if you ever watch Saved
that's how he sits on every chair.
He always turns the chair around to sit down. So the AC Slater is when you sit down on the toilet backwards to take a shit.
That's good. That's good.
Or if you're eating in the bathroom, because you can put the plate on the bowl or on the tank and eat.
Stop.
No,
don't allow us to. Don't. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for that. That fucking enshittification, literally.
That's what I do, baby. I'm here for the enshittification. That's my new catchphrase. I'm here for the enshittification. That's all.
You know, it's been stuck in my head, and I've been using it as an insult to people. So there's a video where it's like a dog talking to another dog, and the one dog is a wiener dog, a dachshund. And so the dachshund starts talking with like a real feminine tone, and then the other person's like, "You built like a baked bean," and then the feminine tone switches to a really deep voice, and it's just like stuck in my head. Here, I'll play it.
Oh my god, you're so tall. You look like a giraffe.
That's why you dead built like a baked bean.
A baked bean.
What? It just lives in my head rent free, and I just can't. I can't get it. I can't get it out of my head. It's fucking hilarious. So at the end of the video, the dachshund is beating their shit out of the other. He's like, "Baked bean nut, Baked bean that. What the fuck is happening?
Oh,
It's like it's the dumbest fucking thing, but for some reason my brain just loves it. I'm
Moist
playing it one more
Oh
time.
my god, you're so tall, you look like a giraffe.
That's why you dead built like a baked bean.
A baked bean.
and this Moist Voicers, these are the rabbit holes that we talk about. We go down these rabbit holes and find some shit that you can't get away from.
I've been talking about it and playing it so much that even like Die Inside code like baked bean. It's so good. Oh, I was fucking with them because I was in voice chat with them before I came in here with you. I was waiting for you to get on, and I was like, all right, I gotta go record my podcast. I was like, I'm gonna compile a list of my in chronological order of my favorite pockets. That's what like our group is called. Right. And they were like, wait, what?
Pockets, right?
Yeah. They were like, what? And I was like, yeah, see ya. And when I first got in there, I hopped in and I was like, hey boys, I just want to tell you that you're all handsome except for one of you. All right, have a good night.
That's a tag two friends. One of them's dumb and one of them's smart, but don't tell them which one's which. Yeah, I used to love those.
Yeah, as soon as I did it, they were like, he's doing this, so we'll have to sit here and argue with each other. Because I love doing that shit to him. I remember one time I got Die. I said Die, and someone else like, yeah, but you remember, you know what you said or did or something. I got something like that. Fuck with it. It was like days went by. I remember he messaged Psycho. He was like, what was he talking about? Psycho was like,
that's a psychological
warfare. Psycho was like,
what you did.
He was like, he wasn't talking about anything. He was fucking with you.
Oh my god! See, that's what happens when you be saying stuff like people like that smoke.
Yeah,
and they're like, wait, did I say something that I'm not aware? Like that. That's the stuff that be really, really messing with people.
Yeah, it's good. We have a good time. But anyway, Moist Voicers, thank you for coming out and listening to our fucking shenanigans. Because we don't really know shit about fuck, but we're here to tell you all about it. My name is North Star. You know what I've noticed that we haven't been doing? Intros.
They know who we are.
Yeah, that's my point. We're at that point. Like I didn't even realize it until like a couple days ago. We haven't been doing them for quite a few episodes.
We're comfortable with each other now. Everybody's digging because they put a face to a
that's
voice
right
now.
That's right. Yeah. Handsome? Not. Fan favorite? Least favorite? Anyway, my name is North Star. You can find me on North Star TV on all social platforms, just North Star on Twitch. Follow me on kick.com/North Star TV. That is a new streaming platform created by an ex-Twitch streamer who was pissed off at Twitch for taking gambling away. So they started his own platform where you can gamble on it. It's not a bad platform if you're used to like Twitch's like UI and all that stuff. It's pretty.
It's similar.
It's pretty similar. It won't take much for you to get used to. It's pretty much.
It's not a rip off of Twitch.
Yeah, for real. So just go ahead and make an account. It's quick. Please follow me. I'm trying to get to 75 followers. I'm rebuilding and streaming, and I want to do it here and see how it goes. And once I get to 75 followers, I've already met all the other criteria. I can start getting paid. They do a 95% split. So I'll get 95% of the profits. Let's get me there so I can get back on track and have a reason to chase this, because I don't do it for the money, but the money's fucking good. It makes me feel like I'm working towards something.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that guy.
I am Jason, Shades of Idiocy. You will find me every time he streams on Kick. I am in his chat now, trying to moderate it and doing my best to shitification the whole thing up. That's my new favorite word now. We do appreciate everybody coming to listen. Even though I'm not the fan favorite officially, I'm still glad that every one of you comes to watch. We've been getting a lot of views on the videos. They've been steadily rising here and there. I mean, we're doing well. We're getting bigger. Tell somebody about it. Every view helps. Every comment helps. Anything you want to say, good, bad, otherwise, let us know. We have no problem responding to you.
The only thing that honestly sucks about doing the podcast is how much energy we put in every week to just decide on what a Mount Rushmore is going to be.
True.
Yeah, but you know what also sucks? Jason, when he sucks my ass. Have a good day, moist voicers.